All right, today we're going to dive into an ancient blueprint for feeling safe in a world that, let's be honest, feels anything but. We're talking about Psalm 91. And this is way more than just a beautiful poem. It's a powerful, and some would say, pretty intense promise of absolute protection. So, what does it really mean to find security when there's chaos all around? Let's get into it. So, the psalm kicks off not with some big, loud declaration, but with this really intimate whisper. It talks about a secret place. Now, this isn't a spot you can find on Google Maps, right? It's more of a state of being, a really deep personal connection. And from that place, you abide under the shadow. I mean, just think about that for a second. A shadow can't exist without its source. They're inseparable. It's this beautiful way of saying this protection is constant, it's close, and it's always, always with you. You can almost think of this whole psalm as a kind of divine contract. It lays out all of the terms for this unique sanctuary. But here's the catch. Access isn't automatic. It's a conditional promise, and the whole thing hinges on a relationship of trust. So what exactly are the layers of this promised protection? Let's break it down. Okay, so that first layer is the secret place. And let's be clear, this has nothing to do with hiding. It's all about intimacy. Just imagine a space that's completely shielded from all the noise, all the judgment of the outside world. It's a place where you have a direct, unfiltered connection, a personal refuge that's known only to you. Next up, you have the image of the shadow. A shadow, by its very nature, is cast by something much, much bigger than you are, and you can't outrun it. It's stuck to you. And we're not talking about a spooky, ominous shadow here. This is all about protective covering. It's a really powerful metaphor because it means this protection isn't something you just visit. It literally goes with you, everywhere, all the time. And from there, the imagery just gets bigger and stronger. Now the sanctuary is described as a fortress. See, this isn't just about being close anymore. This is about raw, impenetrable strength. A fortress is built to withstand any attack, to be this unbreachable stronghold when the world outside is falling apart. And finally, it's called a refuge. This adds a whole other dimension. A fortress might be where you are already, where you stand your ground. But a refuge, well, that's a place you actively run to when trouble kicks off. It's a conscious choice, a destination you seek out when the storms of life start rolling in. So here it is. This is the condition, the fine print of the whole deal. Access to the sanctuary isn't a free-for-all. It's for the person who makes this connection their dwelling place. And we're not talking about a vacation home you visit on weekends. We're talking about your permanent address, your home base. The choice to live there comes first. The protection is what follows. So what exactly is this fortress protecting you from? Well, the psalmist lists a whole series of threats. And what's so fascinating is how these ancient dangers sound, well, strikingly modern. It really seems like the core fears of humanity haven't changed all that much over thousands of years. This is where the text starts to feel almost eerily current. It talks about the terror by night. I mean, what is that if not late-night anxiety or insomnia, right? It warns of deadly pestilence, a fear that feels incredibly familiar to all of us today. And the snare of the fowler? What a perfect metaphor for all the hidden traps we have to navigate every day, like misinformation, scams, and deceit. It's like reading today's anxieties in ancient poetry. Now, to really drive home the sheer scale of the danger here, the psalm uses some pretty shocking hyperbole. Imagine this scene. 1,000 people might fall dead right at your side. This isn't just a minor setback, it's a scene of complete and overwhelming disaster happening all around you. And then the number just escalates dramatically. 10,000 might fall at your right hand. The poem is painting this picture of almost apocalyptic destruction, something that seems inescapable for everybody else. But then you get the core of the promise, this incredibly calm statement right in the middle of the storm, "It shall not come near you." Even when everything else collapses, the sanctuary holds. But, this sanctuary isn't just a passive shelter. The psalmist goes on to detail this proactive, super-personal defense system that gets activated in response to these exact threats. So it's not just about being hidden, it's about being actively, personally guarded. And this is where a fascinating new layer comes in: angelic guardians. The protection is actually delegated, it's personalized. These beings are given a very specific mission: to keep you safe. And not just in the big, scary moments, but in all your ways, every single day. And this isn't some vague, fuzzy idea. No, the psalmist lays out a specific 4-step mandate for these guardians. They are given charge over you. Their job is to keep you safe. They will physically bear you up in their hands. Why? So you don't even trip on a stone. I mean, think about that. It's a vision of total care, covering everything from catastrophic disaster down to the most seemingly insignificant stub toe. And then, the entire dynamic just flips. It moves from pure defense to offense. The person being protected isn't just hiding from danger anymore. Now, they are empowered to tread upon the lion and the cobra, which in the ancient world were symbols for the most powerful and deadly threats you could possibly imagine. This is about being given authority over the very things you're afraid of. So all of this builds to the psalm's incredible climax. The narrator's voice actually changes, and for the very first time, we hear God speaking directly, laying out the ultimate rewards for the person who has chosen to live in this place of trust. And just listen to the language here. It is crystal clear cause and effect. It begins with because. Because the person has set their love and trust, therefore, this whole series of promises gets unlocked. The relationship is the key that opens that final door. So what are those promises? Well, the psalm wraps up with this incredible 7-part list. You can see them here, and man, they cover everything from deliverance and honor to having company when you're in trouble and even being satisfied with a long life. It's the ultimate vision of a life that is completely and totally looked after, the whole shebang. So, we end here. Psalm 91 offers this pretty radical blueprint for safety. It's one that's founded not on the absence of danger, but on the presence of a deep, abiding trust right in the middle of it. And that kind of leaves us with a question for our own lives, doesn't it? In a world of constant uncertainty, what does it really mean to feel truly safe?